Well, hello everybody, my name is Leon Minquat. For today's video, we are only looking at about a real life example that you could face every day that is related to charts and graphs. So probably all of us have went through situations where we are just facing with our own financial budget and we face such a lot of problems with it. So for today's video, I want to be showing out different ways of data visualizations so that we could make sure that we could get a clear look into these different kinds of charts and graphs. So now for our example this week, we are only looking at our budgeting on our track expenses of the nearest 6 months. So in the past 6 months, you find that your money keeps running out at the end of the week because you aren't really sure on how to come up with a real planned budget. And so your monthly income is $2,500. It does seem a lot to be saved, and you only spend a really simple amount on each thing in your life. But still, it is so confusing when suddenly at the end of the year, at the end of the month, your bank account is in the number 0. So for today's video, we'll be looking at ways to come up with a budget to graph out our expenses. So first, let's use average to talk about the average amount of money that we spend each month. So from June, let's say from February to our nearest month, which is to our October, where there's been a lot of things that could have happened. And so let's see, on our average, we spend the average on groceries of $400, on dining out is $250, and on entertainment is $200. So your goal here is to first track on how much you spend a month. So these are not the only things that you need to pay, but you also need for your rent and for other parts, like let's say buying gifts for friends, etc. So they're going to be all spent in your income. And so these are the average, just the average amount of money that you spend monthly. So now let's look through 2 ways of data visualization. First is through pie chart. So we are going to be converting groceries, dining out, and entertainment, these 3 concepts, into percentage so that we could represent them out on our pie chart. So basically, let's see, dining out, it took 10% of our money, which is 250. So basically, there is a formula for us to calculate the percentage of each thing. According to the whole big part, to the big whole that we are having to be talking about. So we're going to use the formula to calculate the percentage so that we could convert that. $250 is here, 10%. So that is our first one for dining out. Next, on groceries, we have $400, and so it's going to be 60% of our own whole monthly income. Then for entertainment, which is $200, we have 8%. So alright, next on the other 68%, what are you going to focus on? First is on your rent, which costs a lot. 40%, which is a lot, I must say, because your house does not only have you living in, but also your family members. So there should be bills like phone bills, water bills, electricity bills, adding up to the rent here, which is 40%. And on 28%, it is the remaining overs, and that's going to be the budget that you're going to save. So on on our bar graph, we are going to be having an example of it here. So let's say this is the bar graph showing out the total amount of money that you spend on June. So this is going to be focusing on three categories with our groceries, dining out, and entertainment. First, on this column here, it's going to show the numbers of dollars. And here is on the rows are the categories that we're going to be dividing in. So here on groceries, you can see it goes up to here 400. So basically, it means that on June we spent $400 for groceries. On dining out in June, we have $275 spent totally, and on entertainment it is $230. So that is basically how we show it out in a graph. So now, after we've got a sense of our tracking expense, we are going to be looking at some kinds of decisions that we're going to take so that we could have a balance and that we would not run out of money at the end of the month like usual anymore. So these whole progress are related to data handling, and also it uses a lot of skills of the top visualizations, etc. And so these are all going to help out with your decision making progress, where you're going to say, let's say the dining out is a lot, because like whenever you went out and eat, it will cost for sure more than $100. So it's going to be costing a lot, and also you need to pay on the tips and on the money of the transportation you're traveling out. So let's say on the average amount is $250. I could gradually decrease it down into let's say $200 only for dining out. And so that $50 I could spend on other things. I could spend it on my budget, or I could spend it on my shopping free, maybe just like that. So that is how this works, because if like you actually got a sense of what is happening around you, then you would have like more information so that your decision making progress will be smoother and smarter too. So that is basically on how do we track our expenses through average, pie chart, and bar graph, and how to actually show it out into decision making skills. So thank you so much for listening to my video. Goodbye and see you next time.